This year, the natural response would have been, it's COVID, take a break.
A quarter of the world's population is now living under some form of lockdown.
The Rebbe taught us that there's no such thing as a sabbatical. And if this is the situation, make the most of it.
When we found ourselves in complete lockdown, that was a time where we said, we're going to make the best of this. We're going to even make this even better than what was possibly before. And we increased the amount of programming that we did.
When the world was shutting down, Chabad was just gearing up.
I felt so isolated, and then Chabad really came through.
The word Zoom became like lifeline.
Smile on Seniors. Before COVID, they used to meet at the Chabad.
Rebbe Wolowitz decided that we should have a Zoom program. But this year, it was a lifesaver.
Hashem made available to us the miracle of modern technology. We used to have a weekly class we would meet in the library upstairs in Chabad. I told Chani, it's not weekly anymore, it's daily, it's on Zoom, and that's what we did, we stepped it up.
My son Adam, I overheard him talking to my nephew Yaakov, and he said, my mother is taking so many classes, I feel like she's in Kollel.
In addition to making the weekly morning Chassidus class every single day, we also added another class every single night. The first night we had 100 people. Because of the situation, and we were forced to make the best of it, it opened up this whole new opportunity for learning.
Teaching 2, 3, and 4-year-olds through a computer. Almost an unsurmountable challenge, but our teachers did it.
The excitement that the children had and the interest level and what they learned from that was absolutely incredible to watch.
We log on to Zoom every Sunday. We learn about a holiday or a tradition.
Every Saturday night they would deliver a bag of all activities needed for Sunday mornings.
Isaac, he really struggled for the socialization. He had a friend who would call him on the iPad.
No, you didn't. Keep going.
At a time when kids were missing out on so much, Chabad and the Kaczynskis and Wolowitz made sure that the kids felt connected to something.
Rabbi Wolowitz asked me, would I mind doing a virtual Havdalah? I said it would be my pleasure. There was some weeks we had 400 or 500 people that were joining us from all over the US.
We had a virtual vacation to Chabad in Hawaii. We did a virtual tour to Chabad of Shanghai. Zoom gave people in our community a real opportunity not to feel alone. It kept them alive.
There's a lot of stuff that went on in the world this year, but there's one thing we know, and that's the Torah. So with the Torah as our guide, we continued to do what was important and what was necessary in the most safe ways. Until it got cold, we were learning outside. Once the weather changed, we learned inside in safe ways.
Zoom is not a good option for us. Hadassah and the Hebrew school at Chabad saved the year for us. We feel like we gained a year of Hebrew school for Alyssa.
During the height of the pandemic, we were very much in touch with our C-teen friends.
Just the experience overall was totally different, but it still made an impact.
We had holiday boxes for every holiday.
Shavuos in a box.
Hanukkah, it came with a menorah.
Apples and honey.
From the Seder plate all the way to the wine to the Haggadah, they didn't miss a thing.
Anything and everything you would need for the holiday, they thought of it was all there.
What we saw take place over this past year was outstanding.
Goldie called me up and she said that the seniors can't go out. So I took it upon myself to go out and shop for seniors who weren't able to leave their houses.
When there's a will, there's a way.
My husband and I were supposed to get married in a synagogue, and then COVID happened. There was no doubt that Rabbi Wolowitz was going to be the one to marry us. We had everything outdoors, the full, beautiful chuppah, wedding, everything. It was amazing.
Usually on Lag BaOmer, Chabad of the Five Towns makes a huge thing at Cedarhurst Park, but this year we were all stuck in our homes. Chabad rented light-up trucks, went around for 12 hours, singing and dancing, social distancing, and it was such a real, pure happiness moment.
My son, when COVID is over, he will be very sad if the truck parades do not continue. In Gan Chamesh, we have magnificent graduations at the end of the year.
We had to be creative.
And each family walked through individually
The list goes on and on.
Art programs.
Paint night.
Flowers for the people.
To fill in selfies. Friends at home.
I love fun and fitness.
We love Chabad Shabbos groups.
We are so fortunate to live in this community, to have Chabad of Five Towns.
They've never said no.
It's such a warm, loving place that everyone benefits.
COVID was a very hard time. But the goal is to come out stronger than ever. That's from strength to strength. It may have been very hard on many people. Emotional losses, personal losses, financial losses, lost opportunities. But after all of this, we have become a stronger people. And from here, we only get stronger.